At this point in time, and for a little while now, there is a lot of upheaval in the world. A number of years ago, a virus, which was said to have first been identified in an outbreak in Wuhan, soon spread all over the world. And just as things were starting to return to a new normal, Russia ended up invading Ukraine. As of late, a lot has been said about how a global recession could be on the way, and of course there is the Israeli-Palestinian conflict in the Levant. However, even before all of this, it wasn't as though everything was running smoothly and there was peace on Earth. There were major terrorist attacks and numerous countries were invaded for various reasons. Additionally, there is also how the environment is being impacted, and numerous terms have been used over the years, with each one becoming more serious than the last. To use an analogy, it will be as if things were fairly warm before, but now the heat is getting unbearable. Now, when it comes to how someone will view what is going on, it can largely depend on what sources of information they look toward to inform them. So, if they typically consume the mainstream media, they could believe that everything is just happening randomly. Also, that some of what takes place is the result of incompetent politicians and those who are bad or evil. There is then going to be very little that they can do, and they will have to hope that things change. If, on the other hand, someone mainly looks toward the alternative media, they could believe that everything that has, is, and will take place is planned. There is then nothing random about it. As far as they are concerned, what takes place is likely to be the result of what the people at the top are doing, and these can be seen as evil. They might also believe that there is very little that they can do, but they might do their best to wake other people up. However, irrespective of which of these views someone has, what is going on out there will be seen as the problem. Furthermore, there will be those people who are good and those who are bad. This will mean that the average person is not playing a part in what is going on and will be nothing more than an innocent victim. In this case, the sooner those in power are dealt with, the better off the world will be. What if there is more to what is going on than meets the eye? What if what is going on externally reflects what is taking place internally, not just for a few people, but for humanity as a whole? If this is so, it would illustrate that although someone will see what is going on out there as being separate from them, this is nothing more than an illusion. Thanks to their mind and eyes, though, it will seem as though they are simply an observer of what is going on around them. So, if what is going on is a reflection of what is going on internally for humanity, at both a conscious and unconscious level, what would need to be going on internally for there to be so much upheaval externally? One way of looking at this would be to say that there is a general lack of harmony internally. And as there is so much inner disharmony, the external world is forced to mirror this back. What this will also show is that not only is someone not separate from the outer world, but that their inner world is not separate from other people's inner world, with the contents of each person's inner world feeding into what is often known as the collective consciousness. When it comes to the disharmony that is held inside the collective consciousness, it is unlikely to just be a consequence of the experiences that people have had who are alive. It is also likely to be a consequence of the experiences that humanity has had for hundreds, if not thousands of years. As to why there would be so much disharmony held inside the collective consciousness, perhaps the main reason is that human beings have the ability to repress both pain and parts of themselves and then forget about this inner material. They will then have no conscious awareness of what they have disowned, but this material will be held inside their unconscious mind and will then influence their own reality and have an impact on what takes place on the planet as a whole. The challenge is that in many societies around the world, repression and the unconscious mind are seldom mentioned. In these societies, the mind is the point of focus, and what is going on at a deeper level is rarely mentioned, let alone explored. The outcome of this is that both individually and collectively, a lot of darkness builds up, and there have to be external eruptions to release tension that has built up. If it was widely understood that repression takes place and there is an unconscious mind that holds what has been repressed, and this material was explored, worked through, and integrated, there would be less inner disharmony and thus less outer disharmony. Taking this into account, as opposed to things simply getting worse, it could be said that humanity is being forced to face their unacknowledged darkness or shadow in order to become more integrated and evolve. Therefore, along with what can be done externally, one of the most important things, if not the most important thing, will be for someone to face, work through, and integrate their own darkness. By doing this, they will gradually be taking away their creative energy from the external disorder and into a reality that is more harmonious. This is something that Carl Jung was surely talking about when he said, "The best political, social, and spiritual work we can do is to withdraw the projection of our shadow onto others."
If you'd like to find out more about the services that I offer, please go to www.oliverjrcooper.co.uk or email me at info@oliverjrcooper.co.uk, and I'm looking forward to assisting you on your journey.